Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
Welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
I'm Jeremy.
Hey, thumbs up. For those watching our visuals.
Today was, if people want in the chat want to know how my day was, let's just say I drove all the way home from work without any music on. Work was fine, just everything else going on. Anyways, one of those days, I got pulled in front of the house, in front of my house, and was like, I didn't even turn the music on today.
But
anyways, this is episode 72.
You know, I think you
life is busy.
Said the wrong number last week, and be honest with you.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I said 71 last week. Did I not?
No, you said 70.
No, I didn't. I'm going to look right now.
I don't know. But what you can look forward to, Jeremy, is as the recording of this, 48 hours from right now, you will be on the plane. He's going back to go look. He doesn't believe that he messed up. He says, me mess up? Never. Are you listening to yourself?
I am listening.
Oh, he's listening. Jeremy said, there's no way I would mess up. I'm the greatest of all time. Jeremy said, oh.
I don't hear it. Anyways,
as the recording of this podcast, Jeremy has, well, me too, 48 hours, and then you'll be on the plane. Very excited.
That's right.
Cannot wait.
Should be fun, hopefully. I'm sure it will be.
Definitely fun.
Shorty but a goodie. Or whatever they say.
Shorty but a goodie. That's what they say about people under the height of 5'4". But not all people under 5'4". Just some. But anyways, as you were saying, today's episode
72.
Yeah.
Hitting the big time.
I earlier was by the pool.
Excuse me.
Jeremy burps. I was gonna say, you ever like drink something and you're like, I just feel like I still taste it.
Yep.
I ordered I was like, I just want something mocktail but tropical. So they gave me this like frozen pineapple thing. Very, very good, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then someone else said that this drink doesn't have alcohol in it. I can tell you it did.
I wonder who that was. I know who it was because Felicia told me before we started this episode.
Well, I don't really drink, so I feel like you have one sip and you're like, I don't know, I don't taste it, and you're sitting there and you're like,
I taste
nope,
it.
there's something in there. I didn't taste it, but I feel it.
Something in the water or whatever we say.
There was something in there. But anyways, my point was that I sat by the pool and it was very relaxing. And at one point, I'm on my phone texting, as someone does.
Mm-hmm.
My mom turns to me. She's to my right. Who are you texting?
Felicia said, my husband.
So I'm texting Jeremy. Are you hearing the podcast later? Yeah. And she said, it warms my heart how close you and Jeremy are together.
Wow.
Warms my heart. And then I turned to Tanya to my left. Is Mom drunk? And she said, I think so. Wow.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Love you, Mom.
I don't know if she even listens. But
sometimes
yeah, anyways, that's why
that
my hair's all like pulled back and because I was at the pool.
Did you go in the pool or no?
No, I did not go in the pool. A couple reasons. First, chilling by the pool is just, it's fine enough for me. Then if I would have got in the pool, I feel like you got a shower.
Yeah, it's like
you're all
thing.
soggy bottom boy. And the other thing was I got rid of a lot of my swimsuits before because I was like, I'm never going to lose the weight. I'm never going to fit in those again, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, well, not obviously, but if you don't know how I looked before, I did lose a lot of weight. And I don't have any bottoms. I have one swimsuit top. I am wearing that under here. So I just had my swimsuit top on and my shorts that I made.
Mm-hmm.
They're jean shorts. I cut them. But the funny thing about this swimsuit top, it's navy blue. That's not the funny thing. The funny thing is,
how's navy blue funny?
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
The funny thing is that I wore this when we were in Florida one year, and funny, not so funny, the waves were wild that day. It might have been the day that we saw.
The ocean was angry that day, my friends.
It was angry. The might have been the day we saw Endgame. I don't remember. I just remember we were all in the ocean, and all of a sudden I looked. You were filming it, and I said, Jeremy, you need to review that footage because my whole top came down both boobs out.
I
And I said, because he had the video in like super, super fast.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone goes back,
2019. It's the day we saw Endgame.
okay. I said, let me
Remember,
know,
I
but
think I'm
probably
like,
don't
really?
wanna
You're
know.
telling me I got to look for my sister's boobs when I edit this?
So Jeremy never looked. So it might be out there on the internet.
Well,
You'd have
now
to
we're
really
gonna get
slow it
taken down. So,
They're going to find it.
yep.
You might get a lot of hits now.
Who knows? I guess I'll tell you guys tell you what, I'll give you guys the title just in case you want to go find it.
I feel like it's in there and it would be so embarrassing.
Let's see. Let me go back. That's from 2019. Good times.
I hope it would be super pixelated if it is and you can't even tell.
I gotta find it first. Siblings Vacation. The title of the vlog is called "This Is Crazy."
That is crazy. How many days or nights did we stay that time? 4?
4. We
4
flew
is
in
a
on Monday
good-
and left Friday.
That's a good amount of time. I could do longer, but I appreciate that as well. Also just want
I
to
don't
shout
show
out.
that much, but
You don't show that much.
it's called "This Is Crazy." It's number 96. So
Oh, head on over. Shout out to our friends over at Mic Cover.
oh yes.
Go ahead and check them out. I got my pink one on today. He's got his lime green. Make sure you check out our affiliate link down below. If you're listening to
10%
the
off.
audio version, go ahead and head over to YouTube. Get that link. Yeah, hit the code BigBuddy.
Skirt.
Yeah, if you're rocking this mic, you could have this stylish, protects your mic. No damage to it. You can take it on
Nope.
and off, switch it out as often as you want.
Get more colors like me.
Yeah, I actually have
Use it as a
another
cup.
one here. I could pull it out.
Hey oh.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. That's that purple.
I
I
have
do
yellow,
appreciate this color.
green, orange, and blue. I want to get purple at some point.
You should, as you should. So as I said, we just, well, I don't know if Jeremy said, I can't remember sometimes. We're just talking
I
about
don't
our
know.
upcoming trip here.
By the way, you're right. I did say episode 70 last episode.
Told you. Talk about our upcoming trip here, and I got a little tidbit we can say about that. I got a lot of tid, but we'll do one bit about that, and then we can talk about our golf. We went golfing the other
I
day.
did. There's a
Here's
vlog,
my
but I
little-
haven't posted it yet.
It's in the works.
Stuff's in the works.
I have a lot of just funny to me little short moments to share today. So one of them is so we're going on this business trip here. Very excited to go. I had Florida on the brain. I was on my break. I went clock back in, and my boss is like, "So where are you going?" And I said, "Florida. Can't wait. So excited. It's been so long, blah, blah, blah." And she was like, "For your mom's birthday dinner you had to leave early for today?" I said, "Oh, no, we're going to next door pub." But I was like, that's kind of embarrassing. But I had another embarrassing moment with her last night after I was on my way to clock out. Tell me if you'd be embarrassed.
I'm listening.
So I'm about to go clock out, was saying something to her, and then she said, "Oh, I won't see you. I'm off Thursday, Friday, so have a good vacation." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And I said, "Oh, you're off Thursday, Friday? You going somewhere fun?" She does go somewhere. She goes, her daughter lives in, Jeremy said, "I already know."
Yep.
She,
I know where this
her
is going.
daughter,
I haven't heard the story, but I already know where this is going.
her daughter lives in Arizona, so she does frequently go there to visit her, right? And I'm like, "Oh, anywhere fun? That's exciting." And she said, "My sister-in-law passed away. I'm going to a funeral."
Yep. And that's what's going to be the answer.
Well, before that, actually said, "Did you see my note in the back?" And I said, "No." And that's what she said. "I have a funeral to go to." And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then when I clocked out, I looked and there was a note right next to the time clock. "I will be off Thursday, Friday for a family funeral. It's very hard to talk about. I would rather not discuss it." I felt horrible.
Oopsie daisy.
Felt really bad. I told Tatiana that story and she said, "Oh my God." I said, "Yeah, that's how I felt." Yeah.
Sometimes that's how life
Can't
happens.
come back after you say that.
No,
You
there's not
just
much
gotta-
you can do. What can you say after that?
I said, "I'm so sorry."
No matter what you say, there's nothing you can really do.
No, so I felt embarrassed. My other little haha moment.
Haha.
This haha. This actually was at work too. Obviously, it shows where I've been this week. This was only a funny thing to me in my brain. So it rained yesterday in the morning, and then went outside in the afternoon. Beautiful outside, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone else, but it was really nice out. We all brought our coats out. We were like, oh, forget this. We don't need the coats. Took the coats off. The kid was going to leave. He comes back. He said, I forgot my raincoat because he was off the rest of the week. And I was like, oh, so I grabbed it and I said, yeah, you should bring it in case it rains. And then after I said it, I was like, that's funny because it's a band name.
Mhm.
But that was a funny joke to me in my head.
With a song about you.
Oh, because I'm a.
Says the song.
That's what the song says. Comment down below if I'm a.
The song is called. This song has really long titles, so you know it's about you or something along those lines. I think.
Yeah.
But in case it rains, on available everywhere you listen to your music.
If you want to listen to a song about me just being
The funny thing about that song was I
horrible
played it
person.
for my parents and my siblings, and my mom said right away, "That song's about Felicia."
Here's the thing is though, why did she say that? Because she knew the song title? Or she was listening?
She knew who was singing it and what the song title said, so right away.
She probably just
Oh, I think she
assumed.
also asked when when it was released, I think too, yeah.
Stop asking so many questions. Just listen to the damn song. When was this released? Let me get out my calculator. Mm-hmm. That's
about,
what I thought.
That's about my daughter.
Yeah.
Comment down below, Mom.
To feel
Tanya
like
was traumatized yesterday after our family dinner. How can I say this without saying it? I'll just say that I saw an area where our uncle had asked us to take a picture for Match.com, and then somehow our aunts decided to take that past that with him with some ladies.
Can I
back
do a
in the
hand
day.
motion?
No.
Okay.
If you want me to blur it out, I guess.
You'd have to blur it out.
That's okay. Just let your mind wander and where you think it goes. And Tatiana just looked shocked. And Chris in the backseat was putting her hand in her head and putting her head down, saying, "Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this?"
Yeah.
Even I was disturbed.
I want to say when the sisters get together, that's what
Crazy
they talk
things
about
happen.
sometimes.
But we did get some delicious dessert because it was Mom's birthday. We went to Gino's East and we got some brownie thing. It was
Yeah, no one invited me. I just want to throw that out there.
You told us on Tuesday. You said, "I won't be here tomorrow. I'll see you Thursday." All of us heard you say it.
I never said that. I don't think I did. Normally they put in the chat when it is, so it's fine. I ate my party pizza at home.
How was it?
And
by the way?
can I show the GIF? I thought the GIF I put in there was just so funny. Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Felicia's big on her GIF game over there.
Oh, I'm
That sounds
messing.
crazy.
Whoa, blur that out. Not blur it out. Beep
Bleep
bleep that out.
Okay, sure.
Bleep that out because
Bleep,
that sounded
bleep.
really bad.
I don't know how people could turn that, but you can say anything nowadays. People would think it's disgusting.
Look at this. I said, what's for dinner? They said, oh, we just sat down. I said, fine, I'll eat my frozen party pizza. And I put this GIF in there. Look at him. He's so sad. He said, why could you?
That reminds me.
How could you do that to me?
That reminds me of Oliver. How could you do this?
You know, he's upset that I left with him without him earlier.
I like what Millie brought to you today. Water jugs.
Yeah, I can show that. She actually brought 2 water jugs out.
And she was so happy. Look how happy she is. There's the water jugs.
Then she got to go on a car ride. We took her to go to Paelli's.
Ooh, I like Paelli's. Here's the
know,
thing.
Today they had special Cyclops.
Really? Last weekend.
Chocolate.
What? I never had one of the chocolate.
You want to see the picture?
Yeah, I do.
It's a different chocolate than the other chocolate.
Okay, I'll pause my story because this is more important right here, I guess. Damn, that looks good.
I asked the lady. First, there was one that had jelly in it, like a
Mhm.
jelly donut. And I said, whoa, what's sprinkles? Rainbow sprinkles. I said, whoa, what's that? She said, oh, that's got the stuff from the jelly donut in it. And I said, okay. And then I said, I saw this one. And I said, well, what is that? She said, oh, that's special. We got chocolate on chocolate today with chocolate sprinkles. Then I said, oh, you got me. Give me that one and a regular Cyclops. So I just remembered I could eat that later.
Oh, that sounds good. But I was going to say is
So good.
this past weekend for rehearsal, or is it this weekend or weekend before? I forget which one it was. Anyway, last weekend. Thaddeus bought. Ooh, that looks good with the view. I don't know who the guy in the background. That's not the view I
don't know
thought
who
of.
he
Just the
is.
pool.
Melted beer cheese.
Oh,
It's
that's
actually really good.
I love beer cheese. Thaddeus bought donuts for before rehearsal, and I'm like, I'm gonna have one. And then we had to leave for the that baby thing afterwards, and I completely forgot. We were sitting there. I was like, I didn't need a donut.
You never had one?
No, they had a full dozen and everything.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'll have to get some on our business trip. I'll have to get some donuts.
Ooh, yeah. Let's find some donuts.
Oh, I know plenty of places for donuts. Just kidding. I actually have no idea. We'll
I
figure it
know
out.
a few.
I know a few too.
I know.
I know places for cookies too.
Ooh.
I love me some cookies.
Yes, I do want to try the summer house. So
Felicia's also scheming to go on another trip to the same
I'm
destination.
scheming.
Multiple times. But
Here's
this
the
one
thing.
specifically.
There's the thing. We have this business trip, and I can tell you, I have before the year's up, I have 3 more trips that I want to do. They're all short. Obviously, I always find the deals. I don't know. I can just tell you this.
I'll say one of them is this. One of them is to see Yellow Card.
Let me explain to you.
I'm listening.
Here's my reasonings. There's not one that's like within an hour and a half here.
For some
It's
reason,
3 hours.
for some reason, they're not playing in Chicago. I don't know why.
Someone did complain to them and said, "How could you not play this? This is your hometown, blah, blah." And
Mhm.
Ryan Key posted, he's like, "We're not the ones in charge of booking the shows, man. It's not us.
Yep.
Sorry." So here's my thing. The thing is that I'm going to have to board my doggies.
I feel like you talk first. Mine's not as important.
My thing is this. If I have, okay, it's 3 hours there, right? The thing is, you're going to hit some traffic. You're going to stop for a bathroom. I say, let's just say 4 hours, right? To drive just there. Obviously, you're going to have to spend the night in the hotel and drive back. My thing is, how sad to me to board the dogs to just be in Illinois when I could.
But Yellow Card.
Yellow Card's going to be in Florida too. I could book the dogs and be in Florida.
I'm considering doing both, honestly.
You know, I thought you were. We had a vote going, and I said, you know what? Then tell them that I'll just go to the Florida one then. Nobody else wants to go? Fine.
I didn't say that.
I would like to go back to that beach there.
My problem is this. My problem is like I see it and then the stuff I put in there and then my mind started going, well, it's gonna cost this much. And then I started being like Jamal, like stressing out about all the costs of everything when I should just throw it out the window and just enjoy that I'd be in Florida
Jeremy,
watching Yellow Card.
You could die the next day.
At least I got to see Yellow Card though.
In Florida.
In Tampa, which who knows? Charles might even show up.
We haven't been to Tampa back. I should say back. We haven't been back to Tampa in a long time.
Plus,
they have a great mall there. I can tell you that.
They have a great beach.
And though that beach is fantastic, it was just such a moment there. And the thing is, the flight back would be later the next day, so we could wake up, check out, drive over to Orlando. And the boys, I know what I'm call the boys, Thaddeus and John has not been to Disney Springs in a long time.
I'm saying the more I thought about it, I'm like, this just makes sense.
When's the last time that they've been even on a plane or whatever?
2019.
They need to get back to Florida, guys. You need to get there, right?
Get her
Explore the world. Go to Chicken Guy. You haven't been there.
I haven't. It's delicious, and I would eat there again.
Go to Chicken Guy. Get all the nice Disney candy and stuff. Post your pictures. Take your pictures.
Yeah, you need to update your socials.
Exactly. And then fly home, because then you fly home out of Orlando.
But Felicia did say something kind of cool, though. She said that if someone said, oh, what do you got for the weekend? I'm flying to Florida for a show.
I've always wanted to say that.
Now you can. But I'll just say that's one of many things that Felicia wants to fly out for.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink. We got to put that Super Saver Club to use, right?
Hey, yeah. The flight there's $54. Okay, I know Jeremy, he says, we got to do it. We got to do it. For the ticket, for the seat. If you just let them sit you wherever, how does that work? They assign you a seat, or you pick when you get there?
They assign you a seat. Most of the time, it's going to be the middle seat.
If you don't, if you just sit wherever you want, you can save $40.
Damn.
Makes you think, huh?
Not really.
Why?
I
want to save $40. $40 is the yellow card ticket. It's like seeing yellow card for free.
Wow, girl math.
Woohoo!
I said that at work one time. I was like, oh, because you did this and this. No, this is free. Like, sounds like girl math. I'm like, that's exactly what it is.
Girl math.
Girl math.
So if you want to see yellow card for free, that's what you got to do. I can't help it, man.
I will say the stars on. The only thing is I got to take off work that weekend. That's the only bad thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to take off regardless.
No. If we did the other one, I would just work early in the morning and let her rip. I don't think they'll care if I take the day off. Who cares?
Whatever. Use your PTOs.
Let it rip.
Let her rip. But yeah.
Plus,
Go
it's with
ahead.
the day
I
to
already.
remember state champs. I forget who else is playing. Wonder Years, which the Wonder Years, that's the show where I saw them at House of Blues,
Mhm.
and the singer did a stage dive, and I was leaning backwards, like I was like my knees were bent, and I was like almost on the ground, had to pull myself back up. It was crazy. And then Felicia looks at the crowd because she was up in the balcony and says, all of that.
Oh, because I was like, I do not want to be part of that.
And then I tried to sit up by them, and then I was kicked out because I didn't have a ticket for the balcony, even though I paid to have
Yeah.
the what do you call it?
I don't know.
Meet and greet.
Oh, the meet and greet.
I'm
Meet and greet.
I regret myself that I didn't stay in there. Even when I was, I'm like, I want out. Everyone's looking at me like, why is this dude leaving? Like yellow card's about to start. But it's still a
Yeah,
great
no.
show.
That's the only thing. Well, yellow card for this was going to be like arenas and
Yeah,
and
I think that's part of the reason they're not playing in Chicago because there's not really arenas over there.
there's not. And the thing is that there's chairs,
Which is
and
nice.
for the most part, I feel like people who see yellow card are people who've been seeing them since years ago. So I feel like they're around our age, which kind of makes the shows more chill than I feel like they used to be.
Plus, with seats, you don't have to worry about people like pushing you to. Like,
Yeah, you have
so
your
you could
own
literally show up
space.
like a little before the show instead of showing up like 4 hours before, so you get a good spot.
Yeah,
have
you
to
don't have to worry about it.
Which is very nice to me. This is the biggest show I'd ever see them. So
Think
yeah.
about this.
What?
I'm just gonna say this.
Oh Lord, here we go.
If you do see him in Florida, John, I know you love the place, Ford's Garage.
That's true.
There's a Ford's Garage like 10 minutes, 15 from there. Maybe 10, maybe less. I can look it up right now.
From where?
From
Where the show's
the
at?
arena. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yes. The more you know, big buddies.
Do. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, because
well, funny thing, if you want to join us, Brandon, funny thing is that the hotel, what did I say? It's like 10 minutes from the place?
Yeah.
But it's in Brandon. That's funny, Brandon, right? You should come.
Yeah. Because right now that's the pre-sale tickets. Because then tomorrow, like general admission. But because I'm on their email lists, I get early access.
Looks like about 10 minutes, 10-15. Jeremy.
Let her rip.
Oh, guess what also is right over there?
Your
Actually,
mom?
like no, she'll never go. Like 2 minutes from where the show's at, there's a Wawa.
What about Twisty Treat?
Get you a Wawa sub. It's Five Guys across the street. Oh, I'm sure
Those
there's
places are
Twisted
going to be
Treat.
packed.
No, everyone's gonna go there. I love Wawa sub. I don't know if anybody knows that.
I wouldn't mind a Wawa sub.
I'd
on
eat
our
it right
business
now.
trip. Remember that first
I
trip we
wouldn't
took? Was it that first trip we took? Tanya? One of the ones we took Tanya. We went to Wawa. I remember sitting in the van eating Wawa subs.
There's another Wawa.
That's good times.
I heard of Wawas before we ever went, but I'm like, I don't know. They
Remember
always talk
Danny
about
used to
Wawa.
talk about them all the time.
And you're
"Oh,
like,
going
then
to Wawa
you go
sub."
and you're like, I love Wawa.
Yeah, we're like a Wawa sub, like really from a gas station. No, I've said forever. Quick Trip just needs to step up their game and just get sandwiches like that. Like they're made to order sandwiches.
Definitely, and there's fries.
Yeah, because they have sandwiches, but they don't have made to order sandwiches. You know?
Yeah. I don't like the ones that's been sitting out wrapped up. No,
Yeah,
no.
me, I've had a few where I buy them from Quick Trip, and then like I get it, and it's all like hard, and it doesn't taste good.
That's
So
why
I
you gotta
always
get the
like
Wawa.
I always like touch it to make sure it feels good. I guess you could say. But they have some delicious food there, like potato wedges. Remember that one time we got them?
Oh
The day
yeah.
I got Harley, you're like, man, these pretty dang good.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Jamal's watching the dogs outside, and I see Stella eating something. She's just laying there
boy.
panting.
So
Oh,
Thaddeus,
Jamal's
comment
getting up.
comment down below if you're gonna go. Let it rip.
I already know what they want to do. Hold on, just.
Thaddeus
seeing
told
what-
me yesterday yes, and then all of a sudden, I don't know.
Well, then he switched his mind. When we were
I
at
think
that one
John
dinner,
told him no.
that's what I figured. At that one dinner, John said, "Hey." At that one dinner, they were like, "Oh yeah." Jeremy said, "You guys would fly?" Yeah. That's also the other thing is, you guys gotta get on a plane again. It's been too
widen
long.
or whatever, the broaden your horizons or whatever it is.
It's been too long.
Mhm. So you're saying
Don't
if
you
you
wanna
went,
have
you
fun?
wouldn't get your seat?
I want to get my seat. I'd be considering for $40. Then my yellow card ticket's free. Free.
Yeah.
It's like the show is free. Free.
And it's outside. It's an amphitheater.
And also, by the time it's like the end of September, the shit will be paid off by then. It'll be like a free trip. I already have my outfit planned in my head.
That's basically how this business trip for you is.
Yeah, it's free now, right?
Mhm. Same. Well,
I got some other trips too.
Yeah.
But
Many
If anyone wants to
tips.
send me some money, comment down below.
Put it on the business account.
Slide in my DMs and I'll send you my
Bank information.
No, you could send me either Apple Pay. I'll give you my phone number if you'll send me Apple Cash.
Or even PayPal at this point. Something.
PayPal, Venmo, whatever's easiest.
Cash App. Anything.
Cash App to me.
I never use it. I've used
Isn't
it.
that
I've
kinda
used it
like-
once.
My opinion, especially even how it looks, it's kind of like the
Android?
trailer version
And
of the
Android. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I
kinda
used
that.
Cash App once, and that was to send money for your bachelorette party, which was what do you call that place?
Escape room?
room. That's the only time I've
That
used
was
it.
fun.
I have Venmo. I've used it like
You
twice.
know, I
Huh.
wish we had more time. We could do that escape room that's on City Walk.
Next time, next business trip,
Yeah, I guess we gotta go back.
a couple times. Then we need to find our way back to California too.
Oh,
I haven't seen Yellow Card in 2 years. Felicia hasn't seen him. When's the last time you seen Yellow Card live? Because you didn't go 2016. You didn't go 2015. 2012. 2012.
Was it at Summerfest? Not Summerfest. Warped.
Oh yeah, 2016 then. Sorry.
Wasn't that when they said it was their last show?
Yep, 2016. That's right, because they had a thing you put on your vlog and everything. That's right. 2016 was the last one, because then I went to the final tour in Chicago.
Oh, I
Chicago.
saw William Reinke, but that's different.
Yeah, that's not Yellow Card.
No. I did have a conversation with him.
Me too.
Just in case anyone wanted to know.
Me and him, we talked about Pop-Tarts, and then if a hot dog was a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And Felicia talked about his glasses.
Yeah. Nice glasses.
We also talked about lyrics, because his thing for the meet and greet was like you got him to handwrite a lyric, and I gave him one, whatever. And I said something about it. He's like, you can have more if you want. I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I didn't want to be like whatever about it. He's like, and the guy was, his guitar tech was like, you'd be surprised. Like, there's people like, okay, I want this one. Then after that, I want this one. I want this one. This one, I want the whole chorus. I want this and this. He said, it's just like,
I had to be
whoa.
like, oh my God.
I'm like, geez. I'm like, I thought I was doing a lot, just doing one, like 2 lines. He's like, no, he's like, that's like nothing. He's like, that's easy. The cool thing was ended up getting, Life is Just Too Sweet to Lie in This Defeat. And he said, ooh, I love that song. I said, me too. Because it's from their album, Lift a Sail. And I told him too, I said, I know some people didn't like the album. I said, but I actually really liked it. It's one of my favorites. He said, thank you. I appreciate that. He said, it's one of my favorites too. Because it's when they changed their sound a little bit, people were like, oh, that's not Yellow Card.
Well, sometimes
They went
you
from
switch it
standard
up.
tuning to a full step down. People were like, They said those two
You said
albums.
Felicia.
I know.
didn't
I
say
didn't
that.
mean for Felicia to be thrown in
Felicia
there.
that.
No.
Write a song about it. She's such a I hate her. I wish she drowned in her own tears.
Oh, write it down. There's another reel right there. Anyway, yeah. So Yellow Card's pretty good. I've met Yellow Card, I think 3 times.
A lady.
3. Yeah, 3. There's
Jeremy
meet
said
and greet for
maybe
this.
this time I'll meet him, and he'll say, you know what?
I'll be like,
I've met you a handful of times. It's time to come on tour.
let her rip. Felicia did tell me, hey, if you need an opening act, just let us know.
Let me know.
He just kind of chuckled. I'm sure he's never heard that one before.
I don't remember saying that to him. I must have blacked out.
Yeah.
With
With
I was like,
excitement.
speaking of blacking out, but not. I have to say this. I don't know if it's true for anybody else. When you first wake up in the morning, you know, sometimes you're sitting there, be sleepy, and I'll be like, oh, let me turn my phone off, do not disturb. Who texted me? Do you ever like write somebody like very recently after you woke up, like early on, and then later on you go back and you're like, I texted them back?
Yep.
That's what I said? It's like you were drunk when you wrote them. You don't even remember it.
Or I'll see it and be like, think I responded, and looking like, oh, I did not.
Normally I will respond and I'll think that I didn't. So if anyone ever receives a text from me early in the morning, just know, who knows what I said to you? I don't even know what I said to you. Could be something crazy. Just letting y'all know.
Like this fly to Florida.
Let her rip. Let's go.
Let her rip.
I'm
just saying, if I see Yellow Card more than once on this tour, that's for God to
be it.
decide, man.
So be it.
So be it. I
Oh,
got time off.
Outside. You gotta. That's another thing. If you got
It's the
PTO,
summer of George.
even if you don't have PTO, use it. It is summer of George. I did take some videos while I was out.
Just a number at your job. Enjoy it.
Oh, definitely.
I still got to throw one more vacation. I think I might take a vacation in November, which I thought I was like, well, I could use that.
Dog barking.
Woof woof. I could use that as a jumping off point. Maybe we'll see.
Jumping off. Jumping in. I did look to see they play in Florida like a few times, but it's either a Friday or a Sunday for the
It's
other
the
ones.
only
The
Saturday
Tampa
that
one is
works.
the only Saturday.
Same for the Illinois one. It's on a
Hey.
Saturday. John was talking about going to Michigan. I'm like, John, no.
The I'm going to Michigan for. Why in Michigan? John just wants to drive. That's the problem. He
He's a
said
driver
before, if he
boy.
went on vacation, he wants to rent an RV and drive it. That's crazy to me.
Big time.
Get on the plane and fly.
I'm like a bird. I want to fly away.
Yes.
Plus, I have TSA pre-check, so I'm set.
I never got it.
If you fly
It
more,
costs like $100 something.
$80.
Oh.
And then if you renew it, I think it's like 70.
Oh, don't you have to like go for an interview?
Well, interview. Where I went, they're supposed to like ask you a few questions. They just pretty much asked for like my information. I had my passport, and I had something else. And they're like, oh, the lady like obviously did it a bunch of times because like there's like all these questions they're supposed to ask you. She says, "Sir,
Don't get her in
is this
trouble.
information correct?" I'm like, "Yes." I mean, thoroughly spent an hour
Ooh, it
going
was
through all of
big.
it.
They
They
had the
take-
light on them and
Yep, they
everything.
take you-
Interrogation.
Yep, take your fingerprints. She did ask me a few questions, but I forget what it was. It was nothing like too crazy. And then she's like, "Sign here." She's like, "All right, it's this much money." She's like, "How you paying on my credit card?" Okay.
Let me say this:
And-
if we end up having these 3 other trips I want to do, I'm gonna get it.
I was gonna say, I figured you would.
I would. There was a time, I know we said before, we went to Florida, I think 3
Plus,
times.
it's good for 5 years.
That's true.
It's
I think
worth
we went
it.
to Florida 3 times, like in a shortish
We did.
shortish
We
amount
went-
of time.
It was like, let me think here. If I remember correctly, that year was like February, July, and then October.
October.
Yeah, it was July and October for sure. Yeah, it was those were the months. 'Cause I remember July and October were like, man, this is tight, but we still went, and we went to Disney, which
Yes,
is
we did.
crazy. But Disney prices haven't gone up, and so
Um,
has everything else. So
But then all the other stuff happened and we didn't go. And I'll say this, not only just Summer of George, just for everything, not to but like sometimes aren't you just like, I'm tired of just not doing what I want to do.
actually, that was one of the thoughts I had today on the way home from work with no music.
I'm tired of just going to work, paying my bills and being broke. I can be broke and figure it out and go on these trips I want to go on.
And have
I
some
don't
Dole
know.
Whip in Florida.
Yes.
Think about that. You should maybe Dole Whip after the Yellow Card show.
Like, I don't know. My thing is that you got to do it.
And let her rip.
You never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Hmm.
What if something happens and now all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe you don't have legs anymore. And you're like,
I do think about that sometimes, actually.
what if you lose both your arms and now you
I
can't
thought-
even
I think
play
about that
music?
before that sometimes too.
You can't hold the Dole Whip. I have to
Mm.
feed it to you.
I think about that sometimes. Not about the Dole Whip, just not being able to use your arms. Like, damn, I couldn't play golf. I couldn't play guitar.
I can't go play a show.
Nope.
No one can invite
I
me
can't
on
clap
tour.
because they played.
I
They
can't
played a great
itch my
song.
own.
No, I can't wipe my own.
Oh God,
Crazy
someone has to wipe
stuff.
your butt.
No thanks. Some people like that.
Ew. As we also said, we did go golfing recently.
Yes, we did.
Um,
Didn't go very well,
we tried our doggy best.
but
It was my first time for the season.
my second.
I will say that.
Mine wasn't any better the second time.
My thing is when there's people like right behind you, the people behind us, they were really nice.
Mhm.
I just feel like they're always watching. People in front of us were also really nice. I like when the people behind you or in front of you, like if it's taken slow, like at least they're nice and not like
Right.
dicks and you're like, oh God. Thaddeus, he had a great time. We're waiting for the video to come out so we can show what happened. Oh, we can't actually see what happened to him,
Mhm.
but you can hear it. Can you tell us what it sounds like? You've heard the audio.
Do I want to tell them though, or do I want to keep it a surprise?
Fine. Something happened to Jeremy too.
Yes, it did.
But as Jeremy says, we'll dangle the carrot and we're not going to tell you and you just have to watch
That's right.
the vlog.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say for both of them, it was something embarrassing. And for one of the things that happened, I was talking to someone and something happened to them
They almost got hit.
by a member of our party. It was
Me.
wild. You just said you didn't want to say.
Yeah. Gotta dangle the carrot, then they can hear it. You can't see anything. You gotta hear it. Right now, the vlog isn't posted. It won't be posted till after this vlog or after this video goes live.
Yes.
I won't have time. Hopefully, I have time to edit this one.
Well, we can see. Well, probably it's going to be a little shorter than normal. So Jeremy can have time. He's a busy boy.
I'm a busy boy.
I'm packing tomorrow night.
That's my plan.
Just a backpack shouldn't take long, but the thing is that I usually don't do is I have to make sure I'm actually planning out my outfits, because normally I'll be like, oh, how many days we're staying? Here's some shorts, random shirts, random this. I am gonna actually plan out my outfits and be like, I'm gonna wear these shorts. I'll probably only bring, just 2 pairs of shorts. I mean, I probably could just wear one both days, but whatever.
Right.
And then, your 56 pairs of underwear in case you shit yourself every day.
Never know.
Never know. Oh, God, that would be horrible.
Insanely horrible.
I hope not. Jesus Christ. I cannot wait, though, when we touch down in Florida and I'm going to see that guy doing the airplane. He's going to be wearing shorts, palm trees, and I'm going to look at Jeremy and be like,
we made it.
yes.
Yepper doodle.
So can't wait for that. Damn. I just remembered something I was supposed to do and I forgot to do, and I said last week. I got to ask this question and make sure that we're going to do this thing when we're there. Damn, you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
I mean, is it really a choice?
No.
Just wait till it's happening. By the way, I could have asked you about this beforehand, but I didn't really give a your answer was. The thing is that you're doing it, and you're doing it right now.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Context
yo.
matters. It's not what you think.
Pow, 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 pow. Wow, wow.
Back it up.
Beep, 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 beep. The thing that would have made it worse is I almost was saying something else before that would have made it sound even worse. Because I was going to say, no, we haven't seen you in a long time, and we don't give a what you're doing this right now.
Hey, yo.
But that's not what we're talking about at all. But I think is I don't want to say what we're talking about because it's something we're going to move along, as people say, just take this whole conversation and we'll just throw it away. Whew. All right, now that we're past that, make sure you are looking out though, because we are going to have some stuff coming out. I don't know if you've seen Jeremy's the new thing on Pointe Hope, our new thing for the gorillas.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
Check it out.
I'm going to tell you this. I know people always say that. Back in the day, that would have did numbers on Vine.
Yes, it would have.
Numbers. It's funny.
It's
Check it out on
hilarious.
all our social medias. As always, we also have other things we're talking about with the band. I won't announce it yet because I don't know when it's coming out. But it's something that I think we could just be like, hey, you want to do it this day? Yeah, we'll throw a few out.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
I told the boys they needed to record their thing today with you. Because we didn't do it yesterday. We didn't have time.
When are they going to do it? At dinner?
I was hoping they were going to do it earlier today. I told John, grab your microphone so you could do it.
John wasn't there today.
What?
And Thaddeus was at work.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's why they didn't do it then.
John decided to stay home with the dogs. And Thaddeus was at work, so he couldn't do it.
Oh, boy.
They're going to have to do it outside the restaurant. Everyone's going in. Good time to sit down. No. Thaddeus has to stand outside against this brick wall and get this video done.
Oh, really? You can just give them what they need, and they could just send it later on, too.
I guess. The thing is that, jeez. These people, they're so frustrating. Anyways, that's all for the reel. The thing I think is because normally our reels are all done. We're all together in the same room and get it done. And this one, we did one part. I'm like, okay, well, the next part's going to be done in Florida. And the next part's going to be at this location. But I think it's all going to work out great.
It should. It'll all work out in the
It's
end.
going to be fantastic. And even, to be honest, it doesn't matter to me what kind of numbers we hit on it, because I think it's going to be funny to me and I'm going to enjoy watching it. And that's really what
that's what matters.
what I care about.
Just like the orangutan video. Oops, I already spoiled it.
Head on over and check them out. You got anything else to add?
Not that I can think of.
Not that he can think of. Let me see here. I think he has something else he needs to mention.
What's that?
If you look at the calendar here.
Oh. Happy birthday to Felicia.
Woo! Yeah,
Wow.
buddy.
Wow.
Birthday train. It's my birthday.
Also, Tatiana will be graduating the day after your birthday.
Happy graduation, Tanya.
And then Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to Daddy.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah. If someone wants to, Mom asked me the other day, where do you want for your birthday? And I said, on Main Street. And she said, very funny, Felicia.
And she said, who's joking?
I was being serious. If someone, tell me right now, if it's your birthday and someone was like, Jeremy, head on over to the airport. The plane's waiting for you. It'll take you. You can go to Disney right now.
Okay. Let's go.
Exactly.
Let her rip.
Exactly.
Let her rip.
Let her rip.
John loves that saying.
He does love it. So, as I will say, don't forget also, head on over to Mic Cover.
Best friends.
Use our affiliate link down below.
Still need to get him on the podcast.
Big Buddy.
Life has been busy.
Sorry, it's just been our summer has been wild.
And it's going to be even more crazy.
but
The
we're
month of
still-
June is just ridiculous.
A lot of stuff going on. Also, Magic Candle Company.
Mm-hmm. Also, W Energy. Don't forget that.
Yes, check out all our stuff, guys. And
Our P.O. Box too.
yes, give us a little, order some stuff, give us a little kickback so we can go ahead and make these other business trips. And if you're like, what do I care? You should care because then we can make content out in other places
right.
and it's so fun. Tell me that's not, okay, when you used to watch like sitcoms back in the day, but then like there was an episode, say like they were like at Disney or they're at somewhere and you're like, wow, that was really cool.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Very cool.
So let us go ahead and do that. Plus, who doesn't want us to be happy? I want to be happy.
Exactly. It's legal to be happy.
Legal to be happy.
That's right. Just put that in a shirt.
Yeah. So, as always, do something fun for yourself this week. Give someone a compliment. Aunt Carol gave someone a compliment today.
Really?
Well, she was saying how the lady was so nice or whatever, and she said, your mom did a good job.
Oh.
She did a good job. And then Mom was like, what? Is that what she said? She said, yeah, I did. Her name was Zoe, actually. Shout out Zoe. She works the pool bar at Grand Geneva.
What was her response when she said that?
She smiled and said, oh, thank you. She was very nice.
That's good. Great
Great service. She was fantastic. So thank you. Of course, obviously, she's listening or watching to this. I know she is.
Absolutely.
Do something fun this week.
We will.
I know. We will be doing something fun. So until next week, and make sure you're watching for new stuff coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Check
Yep,
out
we
for
will.
next week's episode. Maybe it's gonna be special. Until then, we are so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
I'm Jeremy.
Toodles.
Doodly-doo.
Towers of